Even in 2023, the Japa phenomenon is still very popular in Nigeria. Japa, a popular Yoruba slang which means running away or leaving one's country to look for better opportunities. Sadly, so many young Nigerian youths are leaving the country because of the neglect from the government and lack of respect for the rights of the people. Japa, a trendy term used by Nigerians who are constantly seeking for greener pastures. Welcome to Campus Connect show with Luna on Brandedge TV. And today our topic of discussion would be Japa, the Nigerian quagmire. I'm sure we all know what Japa means. Yes, I explained that earlier. Joining us today is Professor Williams, and he will be talking about the many reasons why young people are deciding to leave Nigeria. I don't want to do the talking. I'm sure you are all itching to hear what our guest has to say. But first of all, before I introduce my guest, let's go on a short break.
So when you think about photo shoot, what comes to your mind? Lights, camera, action, right? Well, Brandedge is here to change the narrative. You want to think about relaxation, comfort, and glam. That is what they are here for. First of all, they take you to a VIP lounge or more. You go relax your back. Then they move you to the makeup studio for complete glam. This one is not doing so. They will give you a flawless makeup. Move on to the photo studio. That's where the magic happens. We have professional photographers that will help you strike the best pose you can ever imagine. Come and book us today, and of course we're going to make your event fun and memorable.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today on our show.
Thank you.
Okay. Today's I'll be asking you about why. I heard that you studied abroad, right? So I want to ask, what was your motivation to study abroad? Why did you choose not to study in Nigeria?
Well, let me put it this way: it's just an opportunity that I got, to travel, and having spent about a couple of years without a job in Nigeria, and I felt maybe the best way could be to develop myself more.
Yes.
And then an opportunity came, and then I found myself out there in the United States. Yeah.
Wow, that's so nice. That is a very big opportunity most young people here in Nigeria are looking for. So there's this trending interview online that went viral last week. It's about an interview. They were asking, I think they asked a young guy, his name is MD Tiamani. I hope I got the pronunciation correct. Okay. They asked him why he thinks most Nigerians prefer to study abroad than study in their country. And then he made mention of the fact that most young people or most Nigerians just use studying abroad as an opportunity to go abroad. When you get admission to study abroad, they say you can come with a dependent. So people use it as an opportunity. They don't really want to study abroad. They just use it as an opportunity to leave Nigeria. So I want to ask, do you think Nigerians really don't want to study abroad? They just want to leave Nigeria?
Well, it could be either way. It depends on the individual, or it depends on the situation. For myself, yes, I went abroad, I studied, and then I'm back home. There are also people who might want to do that. So Nigerian situation is just unfortunate.
Yes, and that's very.
The first thing that made me to leave.
Yes.
My own time was during the Abacha days.
Oh.
I used to be a journalist. I used to practice journalism freelance.
Yes.
I used to write for Fame magazine. I used to write for Hints magazine, Passions Affairs magazine by Osita and Emeka in those days. But the issue is that at a point, due to the economic issues or inflation, where I was working folded up. And I spent years looking around, scouting around Lagos, looking for a job. I couldn't get it, so I had to leave. Now, I left because I wanted to develop myself. I want to improve on what I have. And then I got admitted in the university. I never really had a sponsor, but I am also grateful to Professor Buba Misawa, who is from Adamawa State. I met him in the Gambia, and then he had interest in helping me out to fulfill my dream, because I promised him, I promised God, I promised everyone that could help me that I want to go and learn and come back and give back to my society, help to develop young people too. Now, many things are happening in Nigeria now that you won't blame anyone who decides to leave and never come back. You see, so the economic situation is terrible. The human rights issue is terrible.
Yes.
The citizens' rights are being trampled upon every day by the government, by the civil society in different ways. So what do you expect by the politicians? We are all witnesses to the last election, what happened.
Yes, sir.
But the issue is that you give yourself, you give your whole energy to make the country better, to serve your country, and then what did you get at the end of the day? Lack of jobs, crime wave, inhumane treatment, and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, you had to leave. Now, I left, again, let me put it this way.
Yes, sir.
I left, I went and studied, I worked for a while over there. All this was for me to get experience. And then I came back. And since I came back, I've also impacted my community, in different ways. I've encouraged a lot of young people. As I'm talking to you now, I am a director in the Center for Disabilities and Special Needs Research at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. And this is something that has been my passion, to see that those with disabilities can also go to school. And those with disabilities, a lot of them also have abilities, have intelligence.
Yes.
In America, many of them, they go on scholarship. Government take care of them, NGOs take care of them. Nigeria is a different story. The politicians, they will loot our economy, they still won't help to make the citizens have good education. No quality education. Classrooms are terrible. Teacher training, another terrible situation. So how do you expect people to stay back? There is no job. See, that's why young people are getting into all kinds of criminal activities, fraudulent activities, just to make money. So at the end of the day, it is to your tent, O Israel, whoever, survival of the fittest.
Yes.
Instead of engaging in criminal activities, it's better if you can japa, like they said, japa now. That's the thing. So I feel if we want to stop this, we also have to change the policies we have in this country and start looking at the young people's conditions. And government will start by providing good roads, by providing water, electricity,
education,
security, health, quality education, and so on and so forth. If these things encourage investors to invest in a way that young people can also have jobs. Because if you leave in the morning, you go to work and come back by 4, 5, 6 p.m., you're tired, you want to rest. Yes. You don't have time to go into thinking about crime, thinking about prostitution, and so on and so forth. So I think that is the major problem we have now. If we can stop that, we can stop it. But it just depends on those that are our leaders. Let them show good examples. Let them live like leaders should live and carry us along.
Well, if you're watching this and you know you can do something, we are trying to encourage young people. We're trying to make them enterprising, so that the criminal rates would reduce. Because so many young people are going into, we have the Yahoo, we have a lot of young people are into prostitution now, into so many cyber crimes, and we can't even blame them for a start because there's no opportunity anywhere. Yeah,
but they can create opportunities for themselves. A lot of people who have cyber knowledge are using it positively. Haven't you heard about content creators, like what you guys are doing now?
Yes.
You can use your skill to be a content creator and make your money, and keep talking about one expert that they used to tell us on Facebook. You see? So those people are living a good life. They are doing better than those who don't use it positively. If you are into cybercrime, you always watch your back.
Yes,
you never, if you are in a room having fun with your friends and so on, if there's a knock on the door, you think it's the law enforcement after you.
Yes.
There's never a peace between those who go into Yahoo or Okite or what. These are all vanity. I rather have peace of mind. When I traveled to the US, I had opportunity to get into drug business if that's what I wanted to do. But there are implications. You think of your parents, you think of people you left behind. If they hear about this, what would they say? What would they do? How would they feel? If you are caught, what happens? Or killed along the line. So these are the things we are appealing to young people to start making good use of your own creativity in a positive way. There are a lot of people who work for Google. A lot of Nigerian youths, they with cyber intelligence, with computer literacy, they work for Google, they do so many online activities that are positive, and they're making their money. I know a young man in Lagos, finished from UNN. As a matter of fact, this young boy, after spending 4 years in the university, he couldn't get himself together. His parents forced him to do another 4 years. That's 8 years.
With another course?
Another course.
Wow.
8 years. But this young man now, with that first degree, he goes almost around the world because of his cyber skills, computer knowledge. And he didn't study computer science.
Yeah, I don't think you have to even study.
See, now he works for a big time firm in Lagos.
Oh.
Making good money. You see? And some of those friends who were misleading him that initial years in school, some of them are in jail now, some have died because of where they got themselves into. So young people, we have to start pitying our parents with where they struggle to make life better for us.
Yes.
Let us pity them, let us think about them. How would they feel if you lose your life because you want to be rich overnight?
Yes.
So these are some of the things we need to look at and then talk to ourselves and say, no, I must go the right path of life.
So, sir, how would you view your experience back abroad and now? Do you think the educational system abroad is better?
Of course, you can be sure. Of course. Because there is commitment. Again, I will call on the government. There's commitment. I studied in the US.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Before I went to the US, my last education here in Nigeria was in 1991. So you check how old you are. So, but when I got to US, so you see another thing, when we talk about these computer skills.
Yes.
I finished school, I didn't have a job. I was in Lagos looking for work and so on. I even had to find myself working in a sachet water factory. The one you people call pure water. I don't know how pure it is. But I had a degree, but I was working there, pretended I was a school certificate holder.
Yes.
just to make sure I get the job. In the morning, I can leave the house and go somewhere and work. The little money I was getting there, I enrolled myself in a computer class to have computer skills. Now, when I got to the US, do you know, I applied to do a master's program. That's my second master's, as a matter of fact, in special education, University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. The first day I entered class for lectures, computers everywhere.
Wow.
So imagine if I didn't have computer skills, I wouldn't have been able to be part of the system. And that was a big challenge. They say hard work pays. It's never easy at the beginning. As a young graduate, as a school leaver, it may not be that easy, except if you're from a rich home. But for those of us whose parents struggle to get us to, we want to be better than them.
Yes, of course.
So that's the thing. So anybody who felt Japa is the best option for them, well, it's up to you. But the issue is that you don't forget you come from somewhere. Don't forget you left people behind. Don't forget that people have to learn from you. Don't forget that you have to give back to your community, even if your community never helped you at that point in time. But there are innocent people who have reached you well, who have prayed for you, who have been there for you one way or the other. You are bound to give back.
That is very brilliant. I really,
Thank you very much.
really appreciate your effort. But I wanted to ask one last question.
Okay.
The program you're on right now, do you accept like volunteers if there are people who want to volunteer to help?
Yes. Well, it's a public thing. It's a university project. So anyone who wants to volunteer their services are welcome. And of course, there are sometimes opportunities will come. We'll give recommendations for them, either to be admitted or to be given a job or to travel abroad or whatever, depending on what happens to us. So we welcome everybody, anyone who feels he or she can do things to support what we are doing. Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
for
much.
being on our show. We appreciate your coming. Well, if you there's a saying in social media right now. Everyone is saying Nigerians are coming abroad for the opportunities. We are bad people. Most people don't like Nigerians. But you see that some people who still want to come over to come to the abroad to learn and also give back to their society. So if you're abroad, of course, you can come back home. We encourage you to come back home to give back to your society. Don't forget where you came from. Remember your family members, remember your people who can also benefit from what you've gained from. Well, thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed today's program. Today's program has been educating and very, very exciting. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you again sometime. Come through sometime again. We want to have another episode with you. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you tune into our channel soon and watch more of our videos on our website at www.brandedge.tv. On Facebook it's Brandedge TV. On YouTube it's Brandedge TV. Thank you so much for watching. Bye until we meet again.